Hello out there, guys. I want to thank all you guys for staying tuned for part two. I know I killed it about the black kings. Now let me speak a little bit about the black queens. Here are some things about you, black queen, to tell you how beautiful and powerful you are. See, everything came down from the father through the mother. You have the motherland, which is Africa, where God put the first form of civilization. You have Mother Nature. God brought the world, and Mother Nature births everything else. And your womb is what births civilization. Beautiful black queen. Hurricane. Do you know a hurricane starts on the coast of Africa? And it makes its way all the way to that trail when they was taking our ancestors and taking them into captivity and sending them off into slavery. But it has a dropping point. Do you know that dropping point is where our ancestors fought back? Some of them took over ships, and some of them say, before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. Black Queen, did you know your womb is the strongest vessel of reproduction? No other woman produces like you besides a Hispanic woman. And she is connected to you more than you know. More than you know. You birthed civilization, Black Queen. God put two people on this earth, and they both were black. Both were black. You birthed civilization, Black Queen. You don't know how powerful you are. Now, the next thing is going to be, look at most of your Egyptian, also known as Kemites, Ethiopians, also known as Cushites, Nubians, Ghanas. To sum this up, most of your African sculptures and statues are women, black women. All these queens were warriors, wives, and mothers. You don't know how beautiful and powerful you are, Black Queen. See, my favorite queen used to be Queen Cleopatra because she inherited a very big empire and she was one of the last of the Pharisees. But doing some more research and educate myself, just like I like to do, I take an hour out of every day to educate myself. Whether that's reading the Bible, just reading something just informative that I can apply to everyday life or just to have that peace of mind. But I stumbled upon some more queens, and it's 10 of them, but I took 3 that I was favorable of, and I'm just going to educate you about them. The first one is going to be Amina Reines. Amina Reines was a very strong, very noble queen, and she battled against a very strong army, a very strong empire. And every time when they came, there was a lot of bloodshed, but she pushed them back. She fought next to her son. That shows you how much of a queen and how noble you are. She was a queen, she was a mother, and she was a warrior. You don't know how strong you are, Black Queen. The second one is going to be the Amazons, queens and warriors. This was a group of women. They fought against some mighty empires and some mighty kingdoms and some mighty warriors, and they pushed them back. These queens were real noble warriors. They were mothers. They were queens. They were mothers. Just like Amina Reines. These women were great women. You don't know how strong you are, Black Queen. And the last one, and she's actually my favorite now that I know of her. Her name is Nefertiti. She's like the real noble queen, the real warrior. Like she basically is like the epitome of being a real black queen, a noble warrior, a mother. Like she's the epitome of this. And if you don't know who she is, please, whenever on your free time, I want you to go on YouTube and look up the 10 most royal queens of Africa. Go look that up when you get a chance. But now moving along. Before you got Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, the Black Panther Party was all and mostly black women. You don't know how strong and beautiful you are, Black Queen. Yeah, before you got the guys that was in the forefront, it was all women. Because that's how strong you are. Just like that group of Amazon queens and warriors, that's what the Black Panther was like. It was the spirit of those women coming back to build something up in the present day. To stand up for you, Black Queen, to stand up for your Black King. Moving along, if you go right now and look up The African symbol for religion is going to be man, woman, and child, meaning past, present, and future. King, queen, and heir. Man, woman, and child, past, present, and future. He passed through the woman in the present, and she births the future. He's the king, she's the queen, and their child, whether boy or girl, are the heir to everything they build. Now moving along. And these are just some things that I see. The reason why I am the way I am, and like some of the things I've seen in life, and just how people react to it, and us just as black people. But I just want to put this out here, and I want to see if some people share the same perspective and the same concepts I have on these visions or on these views. But so Black Queen, you wonder why your Black King doesn't value and respect you. How can he value and respect something that doesn't value and respect itself? How can he show respect when you give him nothing to respect? How can a man show respect to something that don't even value and respect itself? Calls itself out of a name. Do you know a real woman? Her presence in the room should light the room up rather than her voice in the room to get all the attention. Why are you wearing all these clothes for all these exposure? What are you trying to do? That's all a guy sees you as a sex symbol. He doesn't see you as anything else. The average guy, and this is 87%. That 13 may see something else in you, but 87%. That is majority. You're giving him nothing to value and respect. You got the beauty but no brains. So all he's going to do is just say that to get bragging rights. But moving on. Black King. How can you expect your Black Queen to respect and treat you like a king when you're lazy, uneducated, and unemployed? When she did respect you to the utmost, you were a provider, protector, and guaranteed security. If you're a lazy man, you have no work ethic. If you're uneducated, you can't even fill out a job application. It's just as simple as that. But for some reason in the black community, we have made being uneducated a cool thing. It's not. That's why we're losing as people. As a whole race, we're losing from that uneducated thing. That's not nothing cool or nothing fly about being uneducated. Nothing cool about it. And when you did get her respect as provider, protector, and guaranteed, when the man brought home the bacon, but now we say secure the bag. But when the man secured the bag, he was provider. And security, protector of his family and his kids, that was the protector. And guess what? If I got the man that's bringing home the bag and he protected me and my kids, that's guaranteed security. Moving on. The reason our Black queens are labeled and treated the way they are because now before she learns how to cook, she learns how to twerk. Before she learns to keep a clean house, she learns to put on lipstick and makeup. Before she learns to present herself like a beautiful Black queen and strong Black woman, she is dressed like a grown woman before she is a grown woman. But you wonder why she's getting attention from grown men. And I see it all the time. I don't even have no words to speak on that because you see it all the time. Whether king or queen, teach them to cook, clean, and how to be ladies and gentlemen. Whether boy or girl, when they're children, whether boy or girl, a man should know how to cook for his woman. He should know how to cook for himself. A woman should know how to cook for herself, and she should know how to cook for a man. And one thing, a man looks for a woman to know how to cook because the way to a man hard, the way to keep a man's heart and to his heart is through his stomach. If an older woman ain't never told you that, you was raised by the wrong group of women. And present yourself like ladies and gentlemen. Whether you're in the lowest parts of the ghetto or you're in the highest part of the suburbs. This is how you get your respect as an individual. So kings, stop telling your prince to get out and have sex with all the women. Teach him to respect women, to look for a good woman that could one day be his wife. Teach him the importance of being educated and having a relationship with God. Teach him to dress like a gentleman rather than like a so-called hood or street nigga. And the thing about this is, he's taught not to respect women. Everything he sees, from his TV to the music he listens to, from the games he plays, from the things he sees in everyday life, he's taught not to respect women. Why? Your mother's a woman, what you want a woman to treat your mother the way that you're treating somebody else's daughter? No, because I wouldn't want nobody to treat my mother that way. That's why I have respect for women. I don't call them out their names or none of that. That's one principle we need to instill in all our kids, especially the males. That's why the black family is losing right now. And another thing is, stop teaching him to be a hood and a street dude. Do you know the average hood and the average street dude are uneducated with no path, no direction in life? But that's what you want to be the influence on your son's life? The next thing is have a relationship with God. I put God first in everything I do. Stop teaching him to just call on this. He mimicking what you're doing. Stop teaching him just to call on God when he needs something. Fall on your knees all the time, whether you're doing good or bad. Always have a relationship with God. That's the first thing you need to do. And stop dressing him, telling him he needs to dress like a hood or a thug dude, because he's basically mimicking whatever he learned at home, or he's mimicking what he's learned from his peers. Do you know what sagging your pants really came from? They say prison. No, it wasn't from prison. It was way before that. Way before that. Prison just well-organized slavery. Do you know sagging your pants came from this thing the Europeans used to do to our ancestors called buck breaking? They would take a big masculine black buck and scare him up with the gun, put him in a machine they had called the buck breaker, and rape him right in front of everybody. And when they raped him and took away his masculinity, and all the people that followed him would surrender into slavery, they would make him walk around with his pants hanging low out of humiliation and shame. That's where sagging came from. Spells sagging backwards, it spells niggas. And let your son see you tying a tie. Let your son see you laboring some work. Let your son see you doing something constructive in your life. Don't let your son see you packing a gun, rolling a blunt, selling some drugs. Teach him a better path. Let his life be 10 times better than yours. But moving along, black queens, before you teach her to keep her hair and nails did, teach her how to help her man with a tie and stand behind him and lift her king at all times. Black queens, stop telling your young black queens that a piece of a man is better than no man at all. Just because he has a little bit of money. Stop teaching her to keep her hair and nails did. That's when she becomes self-conscious. She's naturally beautiful. Do you know how beautiful you are, black queens? Go look up some of your black queens. These women were so beautiful, all they needed was to put a warm towel and some water on their face. No makeup. Their hair was naturally grown. Whether it was knotty and kinky or whether it was curly and kinky. You're naturally beautiful, black queen. You don't need all that. You don't need that makeup. You don't need all that stuff. You don't even need to be exposing yourself. If you want to dress attractive to get the guy you want, that is fine. But too much skin, you ain't going to attract the right man. You're going to attract the guy that sees you as a sex symbol. And stop telling your daughters, especially the women, stop telling them to a piece of man is better than no man at all. She's selling herself short, and you make her lower her standards by telling her that. Honestly. And I see a lot of them lower their standards. It's supposed to be the man with the work. Now it's the woman going to work. The man sits at home and drives the car, go around, let his buddies go do whatever they want to do, whatever he wants to do with his buddies, and sitting over her house smoking, drinking, and doing all this. And she's going home, bringing home the bacon. Or as we like to say, securing the bag. That's the total opposite. Now I just want to tell y'all one more thing. And this is going to open a lot of y'all eyes and show y'all how you are really chosen by God. But they went into a temple or a cave. See, this just lets you know when you are chosen by God. There was a message on the wall. Scientists studied and did studies. Finally, they figured out the message. It read, "I'll get you back for what you have done to my children." But to our ancestors and us, the message reads, "I am always with you, for you are my children." This just shows you, like, Learn who you are before you just go off what school told you. Everything I just told you, you didn't learn. I bet you didn't hear none of this in school. Learn how to think for yourself. The less you know, the easier it is to control you. And the less questions you ask, you're more susceptible and easier to be lied to. I want to thank each and every one of you out there for your likes, your shares, all of your views, all of your love, all of the support. I want to thank everyone out there, each and every one of you that likes my poetry and likes my poems and likes my speeches. I want to thank each and every one of you out there. And I always got to give God the thanks. Because without God, like I always say, I wouldn't be nothing. And I know He's still working on me. And I'm not at my best, but I'm getting better and better every day. Every single day. I want to thank you guys. And stay tuned because there's more to come. Thank you.